We are down at the Chuck Wagons tonight for an evening with the Mavericks. They are back in the back barns. Not everybody gets to go back there, but we're lucky enough to join them tonight. Let's go see what's going on.
This is our hosting area. Tonight is Mavericks. We're actually sponsoring 3 different Chuck Wagons, Rick Fraser's, Lane Bremner's, and Chance Vegan. So we get our guests down here. We're having food. We've done barn tours. We've taken our guests through and introduced them to our drivers. And we're just explaining the history of Stampede, the history of Chuck Wagons, and what Mavericks do in the community here in Calgary.
And what is that? What do the Mavericks do for the community?
Well, there's 2 main sides to the Mavericks. We have the Chuck Wagon side that you see here. We all come out, we enjoy this amazing Western tradition that is experienced no other place in the world like it is here. And then the other side of our group is our charity work. So we do a lot of local charity work, and we give it to local charities, mainly to children. It's all children oriented, and in a good year it'll be 300,000 to 400,000.
So I'm here with Ken Melvin, one of the original Mavericks. Can you tell me about how the Mavericks got started?
Well, our group started in the year 2000, and I was invited down in 1999. My wife were invited back down to the barns with another group, and we toured the barns here, and then I talked to a few friends, the other founders, and they were in a bar drinking, and they called me and said, we should buy a tarp, and I said we could do a great tailgate party. And so that's basically how it started. We bought a tarp in 2000. We bought a driver by the name of Larry McEwen, and we built our brand from there.
Here we are with Lane Bremner here tonight. He is racing, and we're here to chat with him about him and his connection with the Mavericks.
Yeah, they my first rookie year in 2011, they sponsored me, and ever since then we just had a good communication between us. And this year they come back on board with me for the 2016 Stampede. So it's always been, we're great friends, and we talk all the time. It's a good group of guys. We have a lot of fun when we team up.
And so how did you get hooked up with the Mavericks? How did that work?
They bought me at the tarp auction this year, and they just being a good group of guys, they always keep in touch. And they said the last few years they've been trying to buy me for a few years now, and I just been not having the luck, and now they had the luck this year and purchased me finally, so it's been good.
There's a horde, and the charge is underway.
Still here hanging out with the Mavericks, and we found a young one. Most of them have been kind of old so far, but we're here with Joe Colburn, who is an NHL player. Is that right?
I am. They approached me about coming on board, and I hadn't really heard of them too much. And then, you know, the more you get to know these guys, it's incredible. They're so selfless. There's you know, every single guy in the group has such a big heart, and it's such a good cause. There's no way I couldn't jump on board with these guys, and it's been 3 amazing years, and I look forward to many more with them.
Plus, it's a whole lot of fun, right?
Exactly. It certainly doesn't hurt. Every single one of these guys likes to have a good time, and it's even better when it's a good time with a good cause.
Well, we have had just a fantastic time here this evening at the Chuck Wagon races. Thanks to the Mavericks for having us out. Now let's go see who wins. I'm Sarah for Saddle Up.